Step into the Bible verse. As you journey through these sacred words, let the stories of faith and hope guide your path. Elijah was a prophet in the Hebrew Bible, known for his unwavering faith and powerful miracles. Elijah's name means "My God is Yahweh," which reflects his commitment to the one true God of Israel. Elijah's most famous miracle was when he called down fire from heaven to consume the sacrifice on Mount Carmel, demonstrating God's power. After this dramatic display of God's power, Elijah became a fugitive, fearing for his life from Queen Jezebel's wrath. Despite moments of doubt and despair, Elijah's faith remained strong, and he eventually passed his mantle to his successor, Elisha. Elijah's legacy as a bold and faithful prophet continues to inspire believers around the world to this day, serving as an example of unwavering devotion to God. First, Elijah challenged the 450 prophets of Baal to a contest on Mount Carmel. Elijah prayed for rain to end a 3-year drought, and heavy rain poured down on the land. During a severe famine, Elijah was fed by ravens who brought him bread and meat every morning and evening. Elijah brought a widow's son back to life with a prayer, demonstrating God's power and compassion in the midst of tragedy. In a demonstration of God's authority, Elijah called down fire from heaven to consume a sacrifice and prove that the Lord is the one true God. Elijah confronted King Ahab and prophesied a severe drought as a consequence of the king's disobedience to God. Elijah faced numerous challenges and trials throughout his life, testing his faith and perseverance. One of the greatest difficulties Elijah encountered was opposition from King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, who were determined to eliminate him for his message against their idolatry. Despite his unwavering faith in God's power, Elijah struggled with feelings of loneliness and despair, longing for companionship and support during his time of trial. In addition, Elijah faced the challenge of self-doubt and insecurity, questioning his worthiness and purpose as a prophet in the face of overwhelming circumstances. Despite the overwhelming difficulties and trials he faced, Elijah ultimately found strength and renewal through his unwavering faith and reliance on God's guidance and provision. Elijah had reached his breaking point, exhausted and discouraged, feeling like he had no strength left to continue. Suddenly, an angel appeared before Elijah, speaking words of comfort and care, urging him to rest and eat. The angel presented Elijah with a freshly baked cake and a jar of water, assuring him that these provisions were from God himself to sustain him on his journey. Elijah, humbled by the divine intervention, ate the cake and drank the water, feeling the strength and energy returning to his weary body, ready to embark on the next part of his mission. With his faith and resolve renewed, Elijah continued on his path, knowing that God's provision and care would always be with him, guiding him through even the darkest moments. Elijah's life ended in a miraculous and unforgettable way as he was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, leaving behind a powerful testimony of God's faithfulness and provision. Elijah's translation from earth to heaven symbolizes the eternal reward awaiting those who remain faithful to God, even in the face of adversity and challenges. Elijah's life and ministry serve as a reminder of the power of faith, prayer, and obedience to God, inspiring generations to follow in his footsteps and trust in the Lord's promises. As we reflect on the life of Elijah, may we be encouraged to persevere in our own faith journeys, trusting in God's plan and provision, just as Elijah did throughout his remarkable life. Elijah could potentially be one of the 2 witnesses during the time of the Book of Revelations, due to the biblical reference to individuals who have never experienced death and will die during the tribulations. The Bible indicates that these 2 witnesses will have the power to call down fire, to kill those who speak against them, which aligns with Elijah's ability to call down fire in his time. This history gives Elijah one of the most interesting character arcs and storylines from the Bible, with a potential to return just near the end of the world as we know it. A prophet who performed miracles, stood unflinchingly against kings, and never tasted death. Elijah's story is more than just a tale. It's a testament to faith. His encounters with God's power and his unwavering commitment make Elijah a figure of strength and mystery, resonating through the ages.